Evening, friends. Morning. Rumble. Hello, mate. Chum Dabs, hello. Hello, Dipped T-Pid. Dipped T-Pid. I wouldn't even know how to say that, mate. Dat Daney, g'day, mate. Alright, so we're underway with this robot rocket. Chum Dabs. You missed the choice the other night, we chose the model. This dude rides this Falcor, the Lock Dragon. We're going to do him first. So we've got to think of some colours. I haven't done any yellow for a while, but I was thinking I might do green highlighting into yellow. Might be interesting to do something new. So let's try that. Hey, Faro Roach. G'day, mate. Ah, Tui. Look at you, mate. You timed it well. Rumble, it is, as always, for me. Oh, thanks, Faro. It is always, for me, invariably, not a commission. I much prefer making my own decisions. At this juncture, anyway. So yes, free reign of colours. And my cricket team's playing tonight too. G'day, Moyako. How are you, mate? What did they laugh at you, mate? Is it because you're an idiot? I'd laugh at you for that too. Yeah, it doesn't get stocked at many places. Weirdly, even though it's probably their best product. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome product. Why'd they laugh at you, mate? Was it because of your melon, or? Can't blame him, really. Yeah. Well, if I had a shop, mate, that'd be a reason for me to deny people service. That and no shoes. Yeah, it knows who's boss, mate. So what do you think? Yes, dipped. I use quite a few of them during my process with a brush. They're very hard to do flat colours with, so I don't recommend them for that. But if you're using them for some glazes, they're a really good choice because they have a lot of strong pigment in a dilute medium. So thanks Tui. Indeed, the model is made by Maddie from Robot Rocket. If you hang around long enough dipped, you'll probably see me do that at stages later on in the evening. But these aren't actually airbrush paints. These are scaled fantasy colours. A green called Misfits Green, I think. Yep, and a green called Goblin Flesh. That better? See it a bit better? Working on a new rig tonight. It's the first time. It's all going well so far. That'll do actually, I think. Thanks to Chum Dabs. Enjoy your roast lamb, mate. G'day Takesh, thanks for following, mate. Exciting. Did I miss that? Supposed to be an alert that appears on the screen. Hope I set it up properly. Oh, g'day Jeffrey. How are you, mate? Alex Isles. Oh, it's huge. It's huge. On your stick. Got some exciting show and tell for tonight. It's our last show and tell segment for the moment. till I buy some new models. So that's exciting. And I'm also excited to talk about a couple of board games. And you'll be getting running cricket commentary as well as shit painting throughout the night. So enjoy. Should be an absolute banger stream tonight. Okay, Benny. Well done, Jeffrey. Yes, mate. Yes, I did indeed get a haircut. I was due for one at the start of the month. My regular hairdresser was closed. And then the week I was going to go to him, we had the lockdown, so he was closed. So yeah. If you're on the fence about watching WandaVision, or you've watched the first couple of episodes and thought it was a bit shit, the episode that came out yesterday, or Monday or Friday, whatever the fuck day it was awesome. Get in. It was an absolute banger. A cracker. It was, eh? Very excited for the finish of that now. I said to my girlfriend that after I watched the first episode that she can probably give it a miss. Like, I don't think it's going to have that much to do with the continuity of of the series. It seems like it's a bit out of left field. It's probably something you can give a miss. But yeah, after that episode, I'm all about it. I'm all about getting in, watching some WandaVision. Yeah, apparently so. And also, without spoiling anything, it ties into the next Captain Marvel movie as well. Introducing a character that will be a key player in that film as well. Pretty excited now. I mean, for having watched every Marvel movie since the inception, and being absolutely enraptured with Endgame and like thinking it was impossible to pull off what they pulled off. I'm amazed that they continue to deliver films, shows, a product that resonates, still feels fresh, tells new stories. Yeah, it's just awesome. G'day Celery. G'day Uncle Big. That's a cool name. Adam Kim is following. Oh, did my follow thing come up on my stream? Have I just been missing it? Yeah, Tuia, I'll go over it with the airbrush next, but the airbrush can struggle a bit with getting some opaque colours. So by using a brush first, I can lay in some rough lights and shadows where I want them, and then I'll refine that with the airbrush later. That's the plan anyway. Uncle Big, this is a model from Robot Rocket Miniatures. It's called Wind Rider, and it's a very cool model. It is riding a dragon, and I'm gonna grab the dragon for you now because it's so legit. So I've been calling him Falkor because he looks like Falkor from The Neverending Story, and this guy rides on top of his head. It's going to be fun. So I'm pretty excited to try and give this a trying to phrase this in the right way, a style of painting that looks a little bit more Eastern. So I'm going to try some things and see how that goes. May not work. May look absolutely shithouse. We'll find out. Did you see Big Al today, Jeffy? How's he going? Is he still making maybe props and stuff? Nice. Yeah, the Captain America shields are friggin' awesome, hey? That he makes. Oh, Foxolotl, hello. I'm just going to quickly test my widget because I keep missing it. Do. Yeah, that worked. Oh, g'day, Fox. That's okay, mate. You're welcome to lurk. Do whatever you want. Falcor will be... I think I'm going to try and do him like the white colours like Falcor. I think so anyway. Which will make the yellow interesting. So I played a game of Spirit Island on a couple of days ago. Very good game if you're into board games. If you're not, just tune out for the next few minutes whilst I mutter about board games for a bit. But yeah, I played with the expansion, Branch and Claw, and I've actually played Spirit Island for the first time about 2 years ago, and at the time I thought it was pretty good, and I went out and bought it the next day because I played with a mate's copy, and then I set up for a couple of solo games, and I got about halfway through the first solo game and I lost interest in the game. I was pretty bored with the mechanics of operating the AI, because when I played with my mate, he'd done all that for me, so I hadn't really had to think too much. I just got to focus on the exciting stuff, which was playing my game and playing my Spirit. So I ended up selling the game, but a little while back, g'day Jan, a little while back they released an app version of Spirit Island, which is a really good port. It's only available on iPad, so don't go iPad or Android if you've got Android, so you won't be able to find it on iPhone. But yeah, it's really, really good port, and so I got playing it again, and when the computer, oh, beat that meat. Awesome. When the computer was running all of this stuff. Good on you, mate. Troll away. Yeah, so when the computer was running all the AI stuff, I found it much more interesting, which was cool. And so good on you, Jan. Get into that one, mate. I'm living the dream, mate. It's a beautiful day here in Brisbane. Went for a run. Watching my team play at the cricket. It's all happening. It's all happening. Yeah, so I ended up playing about 40 games on the app in the space of about, I don't know, 3 days. And got right into it. So then I went and played the table game again. Really, really good. Anyway, the point of my story is I played the Branch and Claw expansion, which is an expansion that adds some new spirits and some new mechanics. And I think that the Branch and Claw expansion makes the game even better. So if you haven't got Branch and Claw and you do have Spirit Island, get amongst it. This is the Robot Rocket Wind Rider, Jan. So this is the dude that stands on top of the dragon. Like that. Oh! Oh, he dropped it. Fuck. That would have been catch of the tournament. Oh. Oops. Oh, cute. Oh, Marnus. Marry me, mate. He's going great. Marnus Labuschagne in the cricket. Just takes another wicket. Alright, we're going to do show and tell in a second. As soon as I finish airbrushing, we'll do some show and tell for tonight. It's the last show and tell of my collection, bringing out the last models. The unfortunate thing is now, I guess we're probably, now all the exciting reason why people come to watch my stream is going to be finished. They're just going to have to stay for content, which is not high quality, unfortunately. Especially with chum dabs puttering around in the chat, banging on about my shirts. G'day, Miss Jana. welcome to the stream, your first stream. Well, we can hope so, mate. We can hope so. Loophole, g'day. Oh, by the way, how good's this, everyone? This is the best thing ever. Yes, there's my face in the chat. Yeah, this shirt, this one's another Big W one, mate. You know, quite partial to a Big W shirt. I like that guy's name, Beat That Meat. That's a good Twitch username. Anyone got an embarrassing email that they're still hanging on to these days? All of my usernames have a 69 at the end of them from when I was 11, so that's fun. Alright, last bit of airbrush. Oh, thanks Jan, thanks for subscribing, mate. Well, unfortunately, Loophole, you missed the boat because I already did it, but I'll do some more. Oh, g'day Flink. How are you, mate? Yeah, it's. I'm going to be pushing it more towards yellow than green. Yes, the content of me showing off people's paint jobs that are good. Gilfawns. Oh, please. Oh. I'm a bit distracted tonight with the cricket on because it is my team playing in a elimination final. So that's very exciting. But I do normally watch my sport whilst I'm participating in painting, so this is just business as usual. All right. Good time for you guys over there, isn't it? What's about 9 o'clock in the morning, I think? About 9 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. Ah, there you go. Wasn't too far off. Oh, beautiful. You the Dungeon Master, Dr. Flink? Well done. People like you are the reason the world goes around. Congratulations. Always wanted to be. G'day, Garten Kralgold. It's a cool name. I always wanted to be a dungeon master, and I always had great ideas, but my ideas were always more elaborate than my actual capabilities. Pretty fun player though. We actually had a little campaign at the start of the year during the lockdown period with my good mates, Koki, Dodgy Dave, Sheldon. We played on Roll20. It was very good indeed. Previously I played 3rd edition, 3.5. Didn't play that much 4th, although I bought all the books. And then we got into like I love writing backgrounds and coming up with all these NPCs, and then you know, I always like, yeah, I'm going to create a whole world. I'm going to create a universe. It's going to be the best. And then it just never is the best. So anyway, yeah, it was good fun. I played an elven cleric. His name was Alandir, and we played just one of the Waterdeep modules because it's easy, and we had a first-time DM. He was having a great time. But yeah, we started off Alandir. I picked a feat called Shieldmaster. It was a fucking terrible feat, but I loved it. And so then, because I'd picked Shieldmaster, I started doing dumb shit with my shield. So I was running up into windows. Had a really high dexterity, obviously, because I was an elf. I was running into windows and jumping shield first, smashing in through windows and diving in the ground. It was the fucking best. Come on. Oh. Yeah. But it did actually come in quite clutch. We were underwater, and we were in a cavern underwater, and we fought this this dude who was in a tiny space, and I pushed him in so we could all flank him. It was great. Alright, it's time for show and tell. I'll just dry this guy off. So that's a little bit of airbrushing. So if you missed the start, I did brush work at the start because I feel like the airbrush works better over an opaque base. So there's still a little bit. I'm going to continue to do some airbrushing. You can see there's still some of the rough texturing underneath, which you can just make out there. But the rest of the stuff, yeah, it's awesome face. Wow, check out the size of this fucking dragon. Look at this melon. Barely even fits on my screen. That's at maximum distance away from the camera. Anyway, pretty cool. Alright, tonight's show and tell. We've got 2 models to show off in show and tell for tonight. The first is from a Russian painter. His name's Roman Gruber, and he is I'm just going to try and lowering the brightness on my palette cam. Oh, good timing, Miss Joni. You get to watch some look at some good painters. Yeah, so Mr. Gruber came over to Australia for some painting classes a few years ago, and then he actually came back the following year, which was awesome. About 2 years ago, but obviously before COVID. And he's a great dude. He stayed with me, and when he was in Brisbane for his class in Brisbane, I got to catch up with him when I went overseas for Monty. He's just a character, absolute character. So this is his piece. It's the Ares Draconia bust. And I can't remember what her name is actually, which is unusual for me. It might come to me. They've all got funny female names. So yeah, so Roman is he's got a very unique, recognisable style, and I waited for a piece. I obviously wanted to buy one of his pieces, and I waited for this for a piece that was like a fantasy piece that really jumped out at me, and the reason I chose this one is because I actually painted a model of this exact model, and I'm gonna add it to this in a second, so you can have a look at my. I'm just gonna take that off. Excuse me, whilst I pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, so this is his version of the model that I painted. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can have a look. The thing that blew me away, obviously I really love the colour choices and the smoothness, but what really jumped out at me was this really nice texturing of this non-metallic metal. I think it's shows that you can have lots of interesting textures and doesn't need to always be super smooth. So yeah, I love it. Very happy to purchase this. Your beauty! Catch! What a catch! Alright, so I'm going to show you my version of that now. If someone was good at streaming, they probably would have prepared this earlier. I did not. So I'm just going to quickly click through to that photo. And I'll be able to tell you her name then. What is her name? Kyra. Yeah, that's a weird name. It's a weird name. Anyway, so this is my version of that model. And here she is. Yeah, so my version was also specific colours, the teal and the orange. Mine's true metallic metal instead of non-metallic metal, and I use a lot of reds to shade the green, and tried to tie the model together with the hair, which is also obviously red. So I was actually really happy with this, and the reason why I picked Roman's piece to buy was because he actually was the judge at CanCon, which I entered this model at, and he really loved it. So yeah, it just had a nice symmetry for me to buy his version of the model. I felt like it was yeah, just a nice way to repay the great feedback I'd got. So that's his. I haven't spoken to him. I don't know that he's still painting, I think. He's definitely been doing some commissions and stuff that's been taking him out of regular painting. But he did say he's going to be posting some stuff soon. So yeah, Mr. Gruber. Cool model. 2018 he painted it. There you go. So the second piece showing off in tonight's show and tell, and the last piece that will be showing off in show and tell, because it's the last one that you've not seen, and it is actually by an Australian painter by the name of David Colwell. So David is a massive friend of mine, inspiration in fact, and if you want to see what dedication and hard work will get you, David's journey over the last 3-4 years is exactly that. One thing that I'm actually like, I'm actually going to buy another one of his pieces soon. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh. Yeah, so this one actually he entered in Crystal Dragon that same year that I entered my Aquagirl. This won a gold medal, and it's a scratch build in everything but the face. It's an anatomic bust from Hera Models of an orc face, and this Meganob armor, everything is scratch built from plastic card. This arm is a sculpt, this arm is a sculpt, this eye is a sculpt, everything. So So David, as I said, is someone who's very inspiring in the way that he approaches improvement and challenges himself. And he and I, we chat pretty much every day about what we're working on and models and stuff. He's a lovely guy. That's the lighting. I constantly rag on him because his painting process is so slow and so shit. But I don't think anyone would be able to contest that his smoothness that he achieves in his pieces is quite remarkable. So I'm actually gonna bring up one of his pieces now. So this is from 2 years ago, and I'm gonna bring up another one of Dave's pieces from this year, because I think the progress from him is quite remarkable and shows what you can do with some dedicated practice, hard work and effort. If I can find one of his, because I don't like the dwarf that he did actually recently is okay. I don't think it's his best work. Where is the one I'm looking for? Come on, David, you shit guy. I'm gonna have to go to his page, aren't I? There it is. That's the one I want. So David's he was supposed to be on the stream tonight, actually, the Peanut, but he's decided not to join. Here's David's latest piece, but I'm gonna do some fancy shit here. You ready? Okay, I'm gonna do some fancy shit. Wait on. Whoa! There you go. That's David's latest, sort of close to his latest work. Actually, it's not even his latest work, but it's just, yeah. The level of improvement over just that 2 year period is phenomenal. So, practice kids. Yeah. So his approach is stippling. So he uses a small brush with a point, and he just jabs the tip into the model with a paint that's partly diluted with some transition. G'day Browntown. Thanks, mate. So the process is very controllable because he's just focusing on small dots and in small areas. It just takes a fucking long time. So if you can have that much patience, yeah, he does, but he buys cheap makeup brushes that cost fuck all from the dollar shop, because he just stabs it over and over. But it works for him. So, but yeah, I really love the way that he has improved over the years, and as I said, it's all about hard work, and he has demonstrated hard work in a very straightforward, progressive way. So that's the final show and tell. I do have some intent to buy some more models this year. Work appears to have stabilised a bit with some job security, so I can hopefully afford to buy a few more. Should be cool. I like supporting other artists. And yeah. Job security, yeah. Last year it was a little bit up in the air for everyone, I think. So I held off on buying too many models last year, even though there was a couple that I really wanted to. So I've decided on a new topic to replace. G'day, Revless. This is from Robot Rocket Miniatures, and it is called Wind Rider. And what's even cooler is this guy is riding this dragon. Rides him up the top like this. So. Yeah, I'd like to buy the Seven Dwarves. No, I meant other painted ones, Jeffy. Painted ones. So instead of show and tell, we're actually going to do discuss an artist. And I'm going to try and pick some of my favourite artists. I'm a Multics mate. All about that Multics. Sitting right here, pal. Can't go wrong. Awesome. Chum Dabs, you are about to be banned by Jeff. Jeff's going to ban you in a minute. No, the new segment's going to be pick an artist that I'm sure if you are coming from a display painting background such as myself, you may know. And if you are coming from just a Warhammer background predominantly, maybe you will not have heard of them. But hopefully we can share the love and get a few more people following some of my favourite artists. So maybe we'll start that tonight. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. No, Chum Dabs, you don't get to watch, mate. Jeff's about to ban you. Revlis, a mini sculptor. Cool, man. Come check it out. Yes, Revlis, post some pics of your works in here, mate. We are happily supportive of people posting links of their work and pictures of their work if they want feedback from all the friendly chat members, except for Chum Dabs. Lady Orc, alright, I'm going to check it out right now. Oh, physical sculptor, awesome. That's even cooler. Yeah, that's really nice. I like how she's got sort of still a lot of good solid musculature there, but you can tell she's a female. Nice work, mate. Oh. Wow, that's awesome. I don't go for historical stuff much, mostly because I'm too shit at painting realistic colours. But that is a really cool sculpt. So I know it's customary on Twitch for most of the time to be spent talking instead of painting, particularly if your guy's name is Flickster. But no, I'm the opposite school. I paint, and then when I'm painting I try to gibber as well. Yeah, that's right, Miss Jana. It's all about practice. Dave Colwell's a great example. A couple of years ago, he was absolutely rubbish. Post a link, Dr. Flink. Dave lives in Melbourne. I love it. Like the lighting on the cold side. Warm side's great. I like that you've got that gloss contrast with the skin. I mean, maybe you could do a little bit more to the feathers. Perhaps the leather's a little bit too similar to the fabric colour. Maybe add some depth and richness to the leather. But, I mean, I'd be stoked if that was mine. What are you doing? Follow me, mate. You're a fucking better painter than I am. God, you're a beauty! Oh, thanks, Gilthorne. Oh, that's awesome. Love Kingdom Death models. Painted some Kingdom Death models myself recently. No, that's very good. Good skills, good base to grow from there. Just keep on practicing. Keep on practicing. That's all you got to do. Yes, Kung Fu Shrew started this morning, mate. So this is where we're at. Dr. Flink, mate. The key to enjoying painting is just enjoy painting, mate. That's all it is. Sounds pretty easy when you put it like that, doesn't it? Just gotta find the joy in the experience of painting. That's all it is. Oh, it's time. It's time for my favourite colour. Start spreading the news. It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. If you haven't heard the expression "not here to fuck spiders" before, it is an Australian expression that means I'm not here to waste time. Because obviously fucking spiders is a quite pointless pastime. So it is just a very fun way of saying I'm not here to waste time. Exactly right, Dr. Flink, mate. Everyone is indeed like that. Me, Jeff, when he paints, Colwell, you should hear what the fucking shit that comes out of Colwell's mouth. I tell you what, that guy gibbers about how shit his work is all the time. And I think you just gotta embrace making mistakes. Sometimes mistakes are necessary so that you can learn. One of my favourite quotes of all time, Thomas Wayne says to Batman when he's at the bottom of a well, "Why do we fall down, Bruce?" And Bruce says, "I don't know, Dad." "Why?" And his dad says, "So we can learn to pick ourselves up again." Love that. Great film. Batman Begins. Christopher Nolan. Just tell you the truth, Benny. Anytime you don't want the truth, mate, just let me know and I'll stop telling you the truth and start saying, "Wow, you're so amazing. Incredible." Slow buildings, my friend. This is Wind Rider from Robot Rocket Miniatures, and this cool guy is riding a dragon, and I will show you the dragon momentarily. I learned about keeping people in suspense. I'm not going to show you straight away. You've got to stay on the stream for a bit. And that's actually just because I'm doing airbrushing and I don't want to lose my flow. I did start a bit early tonight, friends, in case you're wondering. My cricket's on, so I wanted to be painting when my cricket was going. Gil Fawn, I would love to see your work, mate. Please post your pictures in the chat for everyone to peruse. Ooh. rack up flesh. I do not. Isn't that a wash? One of the old G'd up washes? Or is that a contrast paint? You might just need to get one of those really banger mixers. Like, I don't know where you get them from, but I've seen people that get like electric mixers for their paints. Yeah, they're really good stuff. Oh. Wow, that's impressive, Dr. Flink. Yeah, I think that's a good exercise actually. I've been meaning to do that for a while. It's been a long time since I've painted a model without just sneakily adding a little bit of airbrush to make me look better than I am. So yeah, it'd be a good exercise. Let's have a quick look at Gilthorne's Monster. Which one have you painted, champion? Oh, the Screaming Antelope. And you added some cool hands too. Great change. That looks good. Yeah, that's an awesome paint job, mate. I like how the fur goes down to dark brown around his mouth. That's mad. Good base too. Very good indeed. I mean, generally when it comes to feedback, I have two modes. One is aggressive and the other one is very aggressive. So which one would you like me to be? gentle. Billy Goat, this model was pretty good to assemble. It all went together relatively okay. There's a few gaps in the dragon's head, which weren't great. There's quite a little bit of the old milliput to fill. But aside from that, yeah, it wasn't too bad. Quite a clever way to put together they annoy me, but you can see those at this microscopic scale. They're a little bit harder to see at broader scale, and I don't know, that I've never been able to remove them completely from my work. So I don't know whether that's because of the palette paper I use or what, but yeah. Whoever was asking about the here's the dragon. Falco. This guy rides on top. So it should be fun. We'll see. Alright, now we'll do some actual proper brush work, I think. Oh, thanks, Dick Jipper. I appreciate that, mate. I agree. No, the rider's probably 54 mil actually, mate. It's a little bit bigger than a 32 mil, but it's not quite 75 mil scale. Let's actually have a look. We've got a 75 mil here. Maybe it is 75 mil. Yeah, he's probably 54. The heater on up there, mate. I'm having a cheer. I'm having a cheer. There's been some good wickets. We need to get Cutsy out here, though. He's got him too. He's run him out. You're beauty. Sticky. Oh, that's classic. That's good timing. On your stick. $134. They'll probably get to 150. It was an anxious chase on Friday night. I'm not comfortable with this total, but it looks like a good batting track. So Winnie can go out hard early. Put a quick 530 or 40 on. We should be in good shape. Yeah, I think okay, Bunny Chan, how are you, mate? I think I will probably do some freehand on the cloak. It's been something I'm trying to improve recently, given that I'm not very good at it. So. Quite partial to the name Dick Jipper. That's very good. Very good name. W. Walzer, I didn't, and if I can be very frank with you, mate, I didn't even know they existed until about 3 weeks ago. People started getting them, and I was like, what the shit are they? And yeah, they're apparently the Scale 75's version of the contrast paint, so that's pretty cool. No, I haven't got any. I might get some. Oh, come on. Oh. Who was that? Doggett. Yep. They might have them, IF. I don't know. Haven't even considered looking at them actually. I'm pretty comfortable with the range of paint that I use at the moment. There's not many that I go, yeah, I wish I had this XYZ colour and I don't have it, or a version of it, so. Yeah, I think I agree with you there, W. Walzer. It's much better to practice with one set, and instead of, I talked about it actually. I wrote a little article about how to get better at painting, psychology of getting better at painting, and one of the things I see a lot of people do is they're always buying new paints, buying new products, adding themselves to new Patreons, and looking at different ways they can be better, when actually the best way to be better is to practice and just repeat the hard work, which is not what people want to hear. They want the silver bullet, they want the quick option. So I try not to buy paints unless I feel I'm comfortable with everything I've got and there's something I want to experiment with or try. But yeah, I'm feeling relatively good about where I'm at with my collection of paints. I just built a new paint rack too, which looks super cool. You know, I might even just going to do this. Just have a look at this. This is my paint rack. Just using this. Check that out. Wow. What a paint rack. How good. Right in front of my melon. Last over. Cutsy. Oh, I nearly caught him. Fuck. Yeah, don't mind showing off my rack, Jeffy. Yeah, spot on, Flink. Spot on, mate. Some guys mix their own paints. Some use Vallejo exclusively. Oh, fuck. Oh, Cujo, g'day, mate. How are you, legend? Yeah, that's a good way to approach it, Miss Jaina. Just buy one range and then you're set. I'm about to do some airbrushing on this guy again soon, so that'll be fun. Yeah, you've just gotta have a crack with the airbrush. Only way to get better with it is to use it and do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Talk about it in my article actually, called The Zone of Learning. Oh, thanks Kung Fu Shrew for the subscription. When I am airbrushing, what I am generally trying to do is soften the transitions between harsh highlights. That's usually my intent, but depends because sometimes I'm using it to add some colour nuance. Sometimes I'm using it to actually lay down base coats and foundation colours. So I'll try and explain what I'm doing with the airbrush a little bit more. Right at this moment, this is a mixture of Off-White from Vallejo Model Colour and Chimera Cold Yellow. Still trying to figure out exactly where I'm going with this guy at the moment. As per usual, haven't really got a strong plan, just making it up as we go. But I like the yellow. Probably want the green to be a little bit deeper in the shadows, but also a little bit yellower as well, so I'm going to try and use a different colour. Oh, Gilthorne, let me. Very good. I'll just scroll back. I probably missed it, or Jeff missed it. He's supposed to be on this shit, Jeffy. Come on, mate. What am I paying you for as a moderator? Here we go. I have no idea why that got blocked, Gilthorne, but I've just allowed it. Mate, probably to just give you the same piece of advice I give most painters. Need more value contrast, more contrast between the light areas and the dark areas, both on each volume on the model and across the whole piece. That's generally the one thing that will help a model look better, and the difference that you see from the great painters of the world. They have a lot more value contrast across the piece. So I think you're got great skills, great base to work from. But yeah, not enough contrast from a value perspective. So that would be how I would go towards improving that piece. I haven't really got any specific feedback because I think every little area has nice colour choices, neat painting. It's just about broadly improving the level of contrast across the whole piece. As Cujo, who is actually a very good painter, will say in this chat, it's all about contrast. Sure, you said something like that, Cujo, at some point. Probably. I've actually only watched like 3 of your videos. One about fat glazing, one about the triad of colour theory. Yeah, that's probably it actually. Yeah, or he'd say something stupid about beekeeping. Yeah, I love beekeeping. In his soft voice. It's just like so compelling to listen to his voice. Oh wow, thanks Gilthorne, thanks Billy Goat. You guys are legends. What is a hype train? I've got no fucking idea, Jeff. I've got no idea. Someone tell me what's a hype train. Help me out here, Flink, Rumble, someone. Cujo, what is a hype train? And why are we riding it? Just so you know, everyone, if it is a scam, I wasn't responsible for that. I'm just sitting here painting. So, if it's a scam, don't do it. The train. All right. Well, don't do that, people. We've all got to be frugally financial in these difficult economic times. So be considered with your money. Don't buy into the hype train. Oh, they get exclusive emotes. David Colwell Celery. Yes, Dave Colwell. Lovely man. I keep trying to get him to come on the chat, but he doesn't want to. Oh, Snake Eyes. Thanks, Daz. Excited for games on Tuesday, mate. Can't wait. It's going to be fucking great. What are we going to play? I'm going to play some more Maracaibo. Hey, I actually bought a new game today. I'm picking up tomorrow. It's called Sleeping Gods. You should go check it out. I'm going to send the link in the chat now, actually, while I think about it, because it looks fucking legit. It's got some very, very good reviews, actually. Some very good reviews. Yeah, that one does up. Oh, 100%! I don't know what that means, but it's exciting! The hype train! Woo, woo. Hang on, I've got an emote for this. Yeah, I'll have to check out on Mars. Actually, there's a really cool YouTube channel that I like called Before We Play. They do board game reviews and playthroughs, and they're big fans of it. Vital Lacerda, and that is one that I am quite keen to get amongst. So, all right, what are we going to do this thing? I feel like it should be black, or at least grey. Oh, cool guy dinner. Yeah. Yeah, I do love a crunchy Euro. A couple of the other guys in the Tuesday night group aren't that big of fans of the. Try and zoom in a bit in colour. Aren't that big a fan of the crunchy Euro, but we do play pretty much every type of game. We mix it up. GKR Heavy Hitters. No, it actually isn't one I haven't played. Daz has got it actually. We've talked about playing it a couple of times, but no, never played it. Is it any good, Daz? You're still on? Oh, the hype train's only got 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go, whatever that means. It's at 0%. So, don't buy into the hype. Yeah, cool. Yeah, maybe we'll play it at some point. It's only 4 players though, isn't it, mate? Yeah. Oof, 159 to win for the Heat. Oof, that is agonising. Ogle Can, g'day mate. I am using a variety of colours from different manufacturers. I tend to prefer specific colours over specific ranges. So I have Scale 75, both Fantasy and the normal range. I have a lot of Vallejo model colour, Vallejo game colour, a lot of the Vallejo air paints, Nocturna paints and Chimera paints, and I think the main ones I use. Oh, and contrast paints. Yeah, Dr. Flink, the bin chicken, great addition. Good, do love Wingspan. We've enjoyed that recently. Okay, yeah. That looks pretty interesting. So we're going to do that yellow. So yeah, it definitely needs some patterns and stuff, doesn't it, on the fabric. Oh look, I think pretty much any range will be fine. This model's just yeah. It's because it's got such smooth surfaces. I feel like it needs a little bit of airbrushing. So any paints that will work well in an airbrush is what I'm leaning towards at the moment. And fortunately, most of the ranges that I have work fine in an airbrush. So yeah, I can be pretty flexible with what I use. This is going to be a nervy run chase. Woohoo! Choo choo! Yes, it is the Oceania expansion, Jeff. New Zealand. I think it's got Indonesian birds and shit as well. Choo choo! Hype kick. Apparently that's only visible to me. I don't know what that means. I'm so confused by emotes actually. I really have no idea. I'm unimpressed by them. Thanks, Jeffrey. Thanks, Darren. I'd appreciate that, mate, because I don't understand. Alright, it's time to do some dragon painting. Woo woo! Woo woo! Yeah, I'm gonna have to zoom out for this big boy. Boom. Alright. So we'll definitely go with a desaturated colour for the dragon, which will contrast a smidge with the saturated dude right in the top, in theory. Oh, celery. Yeah, the Steam. I wish the Steam version had all the expansions too. It's so hard going back once you've played the expansions or something. Oh, they're opening with Denley. Oh, I'm so nervous. Yep, it does feel a little bit that way. Celery. Some games are. Koki, my good mate Koki and I were chatting about this the other week. Some games are better without expansions. That adding expansions makes them just overly complex, and the balance of the game is gone askew. But Wingspan is not one, I don't think. I think the birds in the expansion add to the game, and the addition of what's that other shit? That little resource called? Nectar. Yeah, Blood Rage is good. But I'll challenge on that because I think the Mystics expansion is awesome, and all the extra monsters from the Kickstarter are super cool as well. Oh, it's a wide, and it's going for, go for 4. Ooh. Falcor! Whoops. This guy's very heavy. I'm going to drop him, sorry in advance if that hurts your sensibilities. Yeah, so Koki's actually very anti-expansion. He bought Root as an example, and then he hasn't bought any of the expansions for Root. He doesn't think the game needs it. He likes it as it is. But then through the ages has an expansion, which is just phenomenal. It makes the game a million times better. Yeah. Good game, Blood Rage. It's just fun. We just, you know, every time you play, even if it's a stupid, unbalanced game, you just have a lot of fun. Come on, Linny. Crack it, son. Oh, good ball. Inquisitor. Never heard of it. Is it like a G-Dub one? G-Dub Inquisitor or? Oh yeah, cool. Like the Games Workshop, the 54mm scale one that they did. Not that one. G'day Revless, welcome back. Oh shit! I'll have to check that out. I was right into that game. That was fucking awesome. Huh. Awesome. Did you ever play it, Freezy? The 54mm? It came out when I was working for Games Workshop, and I loved it. I loved all the models. Got them all for cheap. Yeah. Kanban, yeah, I've heard that, mate. When I'm not reading about how to be a better painter, I'm usually reading about board games. So I have heard a lot of good things about Kanban. Again, like I try to buy games for, haha, mate, Cujo. Worked at Games Workshop for nearly 4 years, mate. I was a store manager here in beautiful Brisbane. Started as a little fitter. No, not a tie fitter. That's what I do after. That's what I did after Games Workshop. Started as a dude, casual, worked on the weekends, and yeah, went up to store manager. Yes, Vital Lacerda. Yeah, we'll get around to it. There's just so many good games, you know. I worked at both Chermside, Mount Gravatt, Carindale, and the City Store. I worked at the City Store both when it was under the thing and at the top, next to Alan's Music. And I worked at the Mount Gravatt store when it was still in Garden City. Falcon! Oh, that's a terrible, terrible fucking thing to happen in the cricket. At least it was not Chris Lee. Yes. Yes, I do. Come on, Joe. Who they sending in next? Is Marnie coming in? Alright. Ooh. Huge partnership. Huge partnership. Thanks, Jeffy. Gonna have a little Bo Peep now, actually. Oh. That's so good. That is so good. Slick Devlin. What's that? Whoa, what's that guy's name? What was the Inquisitor's guy's name? It was in that. Oh, thank you, Garton Krallig. I'm glad that the camera is working well. Hopefully you're not too disappointed in my skills as we get closer and closer to finishing and it looks worse and worse. Remembering what I said before, so I'm just adding some colour Eisenhorn. Good one, Jeffy. Just adding some colour nuance to the skin tone colours that I've laid down. Using peanut butter. So I'm using that because that'll help tie the models together with the colours a little bit. I'm nervous. Probably right, Daz. It's a rough head. Head like a butcher's apron, mate. Yeah, peanut butter doesn't clog it, mate. It's fine. I got your joke now, Cujo. Sorry, mate. I'm not the sharpest tool in the drawer. Thor and Space Cow. That's my new favourite name. What a great name. Oh, love it. Yeah, sorry chat for being focusing on my painting. I know when you're a streamer you're supposed to talk more and gibber. That's That's what Flickster was doing the other night for about 6 hours. I reckon I painted more models. Linsanity, go buddy. Yes. Yeah, and I've painted a shitload more models than Flickster has. Because he jitters. Oh, Darren. I'm glad you got on the stream tonight, mate. What is that other guy that you watch not streaming tonight or something, mate? What's his name? I don't know. Guy. Stupid game guy. Tarkov guy. Whatever his name is. Not streaming tonight, buddy. Green hair, maybe. Oh, crunched. Go, Lenny. Oh, fuck. G'day, Necromancer. I said this earlier in the stream, while we're on the topic of it, if you are on the fence about WandaVision, today's episode, the one that I watched today, which came out on Friday, has made everything that's gone before well worthwhile. So if you're on the fence, it's worth sticking through the first couple of episodes to get to the third and fourth episode, in my perspective. Yeah, I can understand that, mate, but episode 4 was very, very good. Very, very good indeed. Look, I obviously I'm not particularly interested in spoiling for you, but episode 4 gives you context around why and what is actually happening, which makes the first 3 episodes make some more sense. And yeah, looks good. What am I using at the moment, mate? A paintbrush, buddy. Usually find those in most miniature painters' arsenals. No, it's Chimera Green. This one, Phthalo Green, Phthalo, and mixed in with a little bit of black. Oh, fucking hell, Lenny. Oh, thanks, Singing Girl. It's not my dragon statue, it's a miniature made by Robot Rocket Miniatures. It's got a cool dude riding it as well. Yeah, WandaVision, Necromancer. That's okay, singing girl. I was just telling you where you could find the Dragon model if you were interested. Robot Rocket Miniatures. It's a company that creates little figures like this. I do not use Pro Acryl, no. Falcor. Alright, we'll do some repeats of show and tell for those people who've just joined the chat in a moment. How are we going for time? Oh wow, time's just cranking along tonight, isn't it? Oh, I can't believe Linny's gotten out again. Doesn't look like it's going to be the Heats night at this juncture. I know you're all enraptured with the cricket just as much as I am. Alright, let's have a look at the old show and tell, shall we? Oh, thanks, mate. What are they talking about on Trapped Under Plastic? What are they talking about Big Deno on that for? Celebrity. Do like to talk about myself in the third person on occasion as well, so I hope you're okay with that, friends. Anyway, so I do this little segment where I pull out miniatures that are owned by me, that other people have painted. Oh, we'll take that. So this is a piece by David Colwell, who is also an Australian painter, and it is actually a scratch built for the majority of this piece, which is pretty cool. This head here is actually a bust from Hera Models, and he has scratch built everything else. The armor plates, the Mega Knob armor, this little bionic eye, this big Mega Claw. These have been sculpted, these arms. Cracking shot there, Marnus. Cracking shot. Sculpted by David. So this is actually painted by him about 2 years ago, and he's progressed a lot since then. I feel like this is representative of his style 2 years ago, and his chalk and cheese compared to where he's at these days. So he's done some fire effects on this side. So if you want to look him up, Dave Colwell. Very, very, very nice man, and very good painter. Significantly better now than he was when he did this thing. So I'm going to have to buy one of his newer models just so I've got something that showcases actually how good he is these days. So the second piece I have tonight is from a Russian painter. His name's Roman Gruber, and this is Kyra from Ares Draconia. Ares Mythologic, Spanish company, I believe. And yeah, they did a range of busts, about 6 or 7 different busts of female figures that were all actually beautiful casts and beautiful sculpts. I'm a massive fan of them. So this is one that I felt represented Roman's style in a really cool way. And I'll just zoom in so you can see how pretty she is. Particularly love the non-metallic metal elements. Pretty great. The skin's ultra smooth, as you can see. One thing interesting about the way he paints female skin and male skin, he uses a lot softer transitions, and doesn't have quite as much high contrast on female skin. That's consistent with most artists, I suppose. But yeah, and this is his style of non-metallic metal. Yeah, he's magnificent painter. It's just you recognise his stuff anywhere, pretty much straight away. It's just super easy to tell what's his. Oh, Necromancer, 3:30 a.m. Sorry, mate. Well, this is generally the time I'll stream, unfortunately, because this is my evening. But I may do an early morning stream for my American friends at some point in the next weekend or two. I do have a few friends in America that I'd like to chat to, such as Scott and John from Trapped Under Plastic. They've promised that they'll come and say hello. Anyway, Roman Gruber, great piece. Love it. Very happy to have that in my collection. So that brings to a close this segment of my magnificent stream, because that's all the models I bought. But we are going to try something now, which is going to, let me just switch to studio mode. You won't see this. I'm just gonna prepare a little something. So this is an artist that I love, and people that may or may not have been in the display painting world before. How do I get that picture? All right, I might just show this Instagram page, I think. So I know a lot of people paint army stuff, and that's cool. I don't paint army stuff much these days, but I'm just going to use this segment to show off some of the display painters that you may or may not have heard of. I'll probably start with some pretty famous, popular ones that people know of, so here we go. We're going to see the first one now. I'm going to do some fancy stuff first though. Alright, how cool is that, by the way? Fucking so legit. So this is a guy called Michael Pizarski, Land Studio. He is he's probably my favourite painter in the world. Like I love his work. So I'm gonna show. Oh, come on now. I don't even remember. Forget this. You just have to look on this. Oh, it's working beautifully. I'm excellent at Twitch, guys. Okay. So we won't be clicking on any pictures, but yeah, this is Land Studio. So Michael Pizarski is his name. Really nice guy from Poland. He is absolutely noted for his ultra smooth, high contrast. Hey, looky! High contrast works. I'm gonna have to try and log in here. I'm gonna try and remember my fucking Instagram details. Fuck. I've got no idea. Let me check on my actual Instagram. This is great television, friends. Great television. What does it want? My username? Oh, I know what that is. Good. Oh yes, here we go. Rock and roll. We can look at some of Lance Studios. Yeah, Putty, but interestingly, he doesn't post as much on Putty and Paint. He doesn't post as much on there. So, no Arbuckles Brown yet champion. I'm actually literally about to pull something out for the dragon I'm doing. But anyway, let's have a little bow peep at this chick. So, yeah, sublime, sublime, non-metallic metals, sublime skin tones. Yeah, it just is next level. Have a look at this close up here. Look at that. Look at the glint. How the fuck do you do that? Hey, I don't know. That is just off the charts. I tell you what, I'm going to show you my version of that bust. I was actually really happy with my version, and he's painted that one. What an absolute fuckwit. He's so good. So I'll show. I did a version of this too, by the way. I did a version of her, and my version is absolutely dog shit compared to his. And there's one more I wanted to show that he did. I did Sibylla too. He hasn't finished her. Yeah, so this one. So I saw this model in the flesh when I was at Scale Model Challenge, and it is even better in the hand than it looks in the photos. I don't know how, but it is. It's wild. Anyway, so that's Len Studio. Check him out if you have not heard of him before. Lovely, friendly man. There's my phone there. I'm just going to now grab my version of that dog shit bust. You'd have a little look at. It's pretty awful, actually. It's not going well in the cricket, friends. I am going to be painting a samurai dragon guy tonight. Here he is. Here's the dragon. Whee! Oh dear. Sorry, I just got distracted by the cricket. It's not a good day. Not a good day, friends. Alright, so this is my version of that bust that Land Studio painted. And I was pretty chuffed with it, actually. There you go. And yet, how dog shit is it compared to Land's version? Absolutely rubbish. Yeah, and he even chose the same colours, similar colours anyway, with the gold line and stuff. But it's always good to have someone that you can aspire to be as good as. I look at that guy's work. He's inspired so many of paint jobs that I've done because of the standards of quality that his work is. See you, Chum Dabs. Well, we see me Wednesday, mate. Oh, you'll be banned by then. Anyway, let's continue some painting, friends. Crack out the Arbuckles Brown soon. Yeah, me too, mate. I had to pull the top plate apart to put it back together so I could glue these little tufty bits on properly. There's a lot of really bad mold lines to get on this guy. Actually, I really struggled to get all the mold lines. I'm also not a big fan of trying to get mold lines anyway, so at the best of times. So if you've never seen it before, I'm using a technique here called two-brush blending, which is actually not really a technique at all. It's just a made-up way of using a technique called feathering. The only difference is you have a brush that you're not using for painting, that you're using to do the feathering with. So really all it is having a second brush to feather with, whereas most people will just use one brush. That's all two-brush blending is. Broadly speaking, there's more to it. G'day, Real Brush Guy. Yeah, it is a lovely model, isn't it? Super cool. Cujo, I didn't actually. I intend to. Just haven't had a lot of time to sit down and watch painting videos recently. I've been doing this other thing that I like to call painting. So, but but I will get around to it at some point.
Those two shots really should only be singles, or a 2 and a 1, not a 4 and a 2. I wonder if they're worried about Martin maybe doing a reverse. Yeah, but maybe, but that's an awfully big gap.
No, I am not using any reference colours, mate. I am just making shit up. So there's two things that I've got in my mind at the moment when I'm making shit up. The first is I want it to look like Falkor from The Neverending Story. And really, I don't actually remember what Falkor looked like because I haven't watched that movie in about forever. That's actually not true. I watched it because it was on Netflix for a couple of months when you remember Stranger Things? Remember Stranger Things had that fucking Neverending Story song at the end of it? Well, I watched that, Stranger Things, and it made me go and watch it on Netflix. But I ended up fast forwarding through it because it's a lot shittier than I remember it. Nostalgia is a funny thing, really, isn't it? It's nowhere near as good as a film as I remember. I didn't cry anywhere near as much when Artax died. What was that his name? The horse's name? I can't remember. Falkor's white. Alright, I've got a joke for everyone. It's my favourite joke. So you have to laugh. You're not allowed to abstain from laughing in this chat. This is a very important joke. It's my favourite joke. So, alright, you ready? This is my favourite joke of all time. So a lady walks into a bar and walks up to the bartender and says, "Hello, I'd like to order a double entendre, thanks." So the bartender gives her one. You're welcome. This plinth, so there's I love that joke. I love that joke. Now there's an Aussie guy who makes bases in somewhere in fucking Sydney. I don't know. He's in New South Wales. He's an idiot. And he just sent me a box full. I asked him to send me some plinths, so he sent me a box full. And he actually sent this one. I've had this for about 2 years. And he sent through heaps of cool ones actually. Like, this is another one of his. Like, he just uses fence posts and shit, and does really, really cool plinths. And I'll show you one of his that I used for one of my display pieces. I'll grab a picture of it in a second. But yeah, I haven't really found a piece that I felt was a good fit for this, and I was actually thinking to myself, this is such a fucking weird base. Maybe I'll have to think about using it for something else, you know, like maybe doing something like this. And I hadn't really come up with a plan. But yeah, then when I pulled out Falkor and put him on the base, it just looked like it was made. It was made for it. So pretty stoked about that. Yeah, it's this fence post. It's got some splinters in it too, so don't touch this bit too much. But he's lacquered this side, which is nice. Yeah, cheeky little Sunday night stream, Sharkwild, why not? Sitting here watching the cricket, enjoying not much about the cricket. Sam Haslett needs to fucking start going, I'll tell you what. So I'm going to show... I'm going to show off a model here that actually, this is probably the best model I've painted. So, it's probably, well, yeah, maybe it's not the best model I've painted. I've done some cool shit since then, but this is the piece I took over to Monty Sansovino and Scale Model Challenge. Really genuinely trying to do well with it. I spent a lot of time on it. I don't normally spend a lot of time on my painting, as you've probably seen. I just do it for fun, just to relax, have a relax. So this piece, I'm going to use my fancy swoosh again. Stand by. Stand by. Fancy swoosh. Yeah, so this is a piece that uses a plinth from that guy. And yeah, this is probably one of the best things I've painted. So yeah, that's the one, Jeffy. Big bucket of plinths. Anco blocks, I think they are. Comes in a big tub. So yeah, Monty, it is intimidating. Yeah, not in a that people are intimidating or people are rude or anything like that, but just the quality is just off the charts. Like you can't even realize how high it is until you're actually there. It's just incredible. So this is something I spent probably 2 weeks of painting on, which is a long time for me. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. There's a lot of things that I am proud of about it. There's a few things I think I could do better now, but it was something I was really thrilled with, and it did well. Monty and did well at Scale Model Challenge in the Masters category, so satisfied. I don't always paint to that standard because it takes so long, and I don't do it for awards. I just do it for fun, but I really wanted to give it a crack, and I have some intention to do it again next time I'm going to go to Monty, which will be a little while away, given COVID and all that. We'll see. Alright, let's get back to painting my Dragon Man. No, that one was fine, Jeffy. That one was okay. She was wearing fabric. Yes, the Amitriel figure on the base. I liked the shape of it, like I like the angles and the pose. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Didn't have quite the same impact as the bust figure did. Oh, my cat's home. I haven't seen my cat for a while. He's got a little cat door out the back. I'm gonna have to get my cat some food. Hey, Peach. Hey. Here's my cat, Peaches. Meow. Hey, say hello. Meow, meow, meow. Get us some food. There you go, mate. There you go. You're a Twitch star now, Peach. Absolute celebrity of Twitch. Do you need some water? Oh shit, you probably do. Oh no, I've got water up there. I already filled up your water bottle. Haven't seen her in like 2 weeks. She's got a little cat door out the back into the backyard, and she just runs out there and plays around and comes home when she wants, and usually I'm not home. So my hobby room is actually like a hallway. It's a hobby hallway that leads to the spare room and the laundry. Do like this model. Oh, go Hazlitt, come on. Oh,
This is over for Hazard. Leg spinner, falling into his arc. You know, go over big wicket, go downtown. Short boundary, shorter boundary on the left side to the left-hander. Slog sweep, that sort of shot.
I am indeed Jeffy. Well, actually, not at. Oh, get there. Oh, not at Strathpine. I'm at Chermside now.
A little bit more intent from Hazlitt. What's Buffer Gibbs do you below? You're going to get on with it.
Bulldogs to come there, don't they? Under 2 from Milne. Sam's got 3 up his sleeve. Dog's got a couple. Cunning's got 3.
I did, yes, mate. Yeah, sold it with
Feel a wrong coming on to Hazlitt.
with my ex-wife. Worked out very well for all involved, really. Used it to put an air conditioning unit into her apartment,
For a leg.
so that worked really well. I was chuffed with that.
Disco action. Oh, a little flick. Look up.
So I'm just sketching stuff at the moment. I don't really have an idea
Quite enough for the heat.
for how I'm gonna bring this all together at this point in time. I'll figure it out as I go.
Wouldn't leave those things out overnight in the rain. Tell you what. History at home. Churns, really? Matches go all rusty. Forster gets in there. He likes to sing fast, yeah.
Yep.
He does. He's did the scales out. Thorough analysis on them. Saw that. Spin was reasonably productive for the heat and can hit.
It was a fun experience.
All the bowls got tied into the air. They're only going at 5.64.
Oh, I'm happy to see Peach actually. She's a good cat. Hangs out sometimes. She got freaked out the other week because we brought the dog over, trying to make them friends. They didn't want to be friends. Oh, Hazlitt, just stand still, you idiot. Oh, see ya, Glamage. Thanks, mate. You're a champion. Thanks for jumping on the stream, mate.
Know that there's a batsman there that's
Good luck catching Pokemon.
running. Sam's knows it. But it's a funny shot.
Do love a little bit of Pokemon catching.
There's a short fine
Went through a phase with Pokemon Go where I just didn't stop.
one as well left down there.
Get there. Yes.
Advantage of the wind. The wind.
It's a bad ball. Real bad ball there. Sam's. Can he just reach it? Sam Hazlitt.
No, mate. I don't sell on Etsy or anything like that, mate. I usually get a few collectors that have been following me for a while. Send me a message on one of my social media pages. That's pretty much all I do. I don't generally promote it, or if I haven't heard from anyone, I'll usually pop up a post after a couple of weeks showing the model that I've got available for sale at any given time.
Start 6 off the first.
But yeah, I've got quite a few sort of collectors that have purchased from me in the past that like my work, which is cool. So, cricket's awesome, mate. Best sport to watch while painting. Unless your team's fucking losing. This is quite a big bust, by the way. This is going to be probably a fairly long paint. So it might not be ideal for Twitch, all of it really, I guess. We'll see how things progress. Oh, Scarlet Songstress! Hello! Thanks for raiding Undead Coffee Break from Melbourne. That's great. Raiders! Pew, 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 pew. I was on Flix's channel the other night. Morning for me. Hello. And he had all these dudes rushing to defend when a raid happened. I had no idea what was happening. G'day, Arcagligo. Oh, this is trouble. Labuschagne could be out here in the cricket. Come on, Marnie. He's not happy. G'day, Cranky Art. How are you, mate? Oh, he's home. They'll give it to him. I'm going very, very well. Oh, excellent. Love a fellow Australian. Yes, this model, in case you're interested, is from Robot Rocket Miniatures. I'm not good enough to sculpt anything like this. And it actually has a little rider, which is cool. Here's the rider that I'm working on as well tonight. So he stands on top of the dragon and flies it off into the distance.
Good news for Marnus. Shadow under the bat, that's where we've come to.
Oh. Thanks, Scarlet Songstress, for the raid. You're amazing. Enjoy your sleep. Some cricket emotes. Yeah, that's a good idea. I still have actually got no idea how emotes work though, so. Yes, that is indeed the compressor. It's only a little compressor, so it tends to flick on and off to stay at full pressury goodness. Maybe it is the dragon. Angry. Oh, shot, Jimmy. Good boy, Sammy. So this is a contrast paint. We're going to try a little bit of contrasting. It's just like checkered paint in a bottle. You paint it on and it just gives you contrast straight away. That is a straight up lie, by the way. There's nothing of the sort. I mostly use scale inks, Inkintensity. But yeah, I also just use the normal colours and just diluted them a bit more. Oh, go Sammy, go! Go! Yes! Oh, come on, Flickster. Don't be that guy, mate. There's still a chance. This is an elimination tonight. If they lose this, they're out. Stupid Heat. Come on, Jimmy. Oh, sit down. Bowls him an absolute waist-high full toss. That is a disgraceful delivery. Dispatched as it deserved to be. Alright. I'm sure everyone's here for the magnificent cricket commentary, by the way. Oh. Whew. This is going to be an interesting paint job, I think. Because I'm just making shit up at the moment. I have no clue what we are doing.
Quaja blocks up the point region.
That's the reverse sweep, probably. That's what that's there for. Quaja.
Good running, Jimmy.
3 for 96. Good game. Coming your way now. Let's have a look at the 3 wickets.
10 and over.
Norman.
And this is the first week Joe Denley just misjudging the leg. Cut from Daniel Sams. Top of the middle of the leg. Chris Lee took a 6 and a 4 off Dobbins first over then. This is about the fifth ball over.
That is literally the furthest out my camera goes. That is just crazy. Crazy stuff.
It's not a shame. It was always going to be a tight two. Chris Green, good fields. We've got a good throw in. Sam Billings flipped it on the stumps. It was just out the bat. Was the judge to be in the air. It was just over the line, but in the air.
Mr. Mackers. Surge is still available.
That run out, that was a fantastic bit of work by Billings in support of that research that he said they've done and the timing and testing. If he's in the traditional keeping position where you were taught to be, taking behind the stump, yeah, that camera angle, our side of the stumps, the camera side of the stumps, and wait and gather the ball and then whip the bails off. Marnus, well, he did make his ground, but his bat was up, but he would well and truly have been in.
Get there.
No ball, it's a single, they do cross.
He did say 2 frames, and
Yeah.
2 frames made the difference there.
It's a free hit. It's a little game changer. If we can deposit this one onto the hill.
There's a couple of balls now that have been overpitched. A bit of moisture.
And at the same time, 14 over mark, Thunder with 3 for 98.
Oh, yes.
So that tells you, just when you think momentum's going one way, it can just drop and change so quickly. A lot of emotion from the Thunder representative there. He's awake. Yes, yeah, must awake. So they did cross for the single against Pearson on strike. You can change the field. So there's 4 out on the leg side, all out in the deep, and then a deep sweeper on the offside. Free hit. Pearson sets up.
Yes.
Full toss. Has he got enough? I don't think he has. So catch taken will just be a single.
Second time we've seen that tonight.
Yeah. Gee, there's an opportunity there. Jimmy Pearson. It's interesting. Goggins hardly missed his short ball. Just a little bit of pressure now. So the ball before was hip height. This one was knee height.
Might be a wet ball.
Greg's now got the towel and he's yeah, they're not taking a lot of time drying it, so that's either a little bit damp or it's just the pressure. Again.
Pitched again. At least 2. Surge. When?
Well, they're both in and playing well. Maybe next over. Yeah, I think that's the attacking option with it. Definitely. And Darren Lehman said you've got to be bold, you've got to be prepared to take the game forward, take it on.
He did say 13 or 14 over the coach.
Yeah. So that 14%. Oh, it's good.
Beauty.
Really good from Haslam.
Good boy, Sammy.
Really worked into it now. His third 6, he moved to 49.
That's where all the old mates were gathered last night, Junior, and that bloke plugged that one right in that landing zone there. Where is he tonight?
Thanks, Jeffy. See you, mate. Hope you have a good night.
Hazlitt moves to 49 off 36. He has got a wriggle on. Ben Cutting was the man that stood up for the Thunder at the back end. Is this the night where Sam Hazlitt becomes a hero? 22 off his last 6 deliveries. He was in a very similar position in a match earlier against the Hobart Hurricanes, Hazlitt. He was in the driving seat, and then he got out and left too much to do for the tail. What a chance for him tonight.
Overpitched again.
When are they coming out? Did they confirm when?
15 minutes. All of a sudden, the Thunder bowling just got very loose. They've hardly landed the ball where they wanted to. In the last 3 or 4 overs, there's been a lot of full tosses.
Partnership of 38 from just 17 balls. They must be almost getting back into favourite position. They have the Heat.
Wow. Really ripped the dial around on Winbears. So just a little change in the mood and the care. They're under the pressure now.
He's been very encouraging all night, Sam Billings. That's what you need from a keeper. You need someone that contributes, and like the drummer in the band, just keep that beat. That
Cool.
nice timing.
I'm looking forward to that. It's good, really good digital port of the game.
3.111. Hazlitt 50 from 37. They've taken the surge. Let's have a look at his highlights. Next to Western Union. 4 and 3 sixes have come late, Mark.
It's been really a tale of 2 halves in this innings. The first half was really battling. Sammy Hazleton, just a couple of loose deliveries and a couple of nice shots over the onside against Tanvir Singh. Got him going. That was a beautiful shot of Brendan Doggett, slower bouncer, launched into that. So 50 from 37, 3 sixes, 1 4. And all of a sudden, the Heat starting to put the heat on the Thunder.
Daniel Sams is going to bowl the first power surge over confirmation there. His efforts bowling an over in the power surge, 7 overs, 2 wickets, 90 runs. He goes at 12.8. You need 9.6. They've really done some damage in those last few overs.
41 from the last 3.
That's a poor over from Brendan Doggett.
And what I've loved, obviously Hazlitt's been the fella to get going, but Pearson hasn't wasted any deliveries either. He's just struck it into the infield.
Square-legged point on the fence.
Could have been 4-2. He struck the ball beautifully, Pearson.
Yeah, I think that's a sign of that maturity that, I mean, he's a very experienced cricketer already. It's not like it's his rookie season, but he certainly has developed in the role in that middle order. Darren Lehman said in the pre-game he feels that Jimmy himself's learned how he wants to play, how to build into an innings and the type of strokes that he can go to more consistently.
Yeah, he's played well the whole season, a number of games in run chases. It's interesting to see how Sam's bowls this over. He bowls a lot of off-speed balls, which gets a little bit predictable. Maybe he's got to think of a bouncer, quicker, more on-speed type bowling.
Oh yes.
Away. Could have had the wide. Threw his hands at it. Hits the rope. Pro Thunder crowd are just quiet on the pitch.
Well, they're not bowling particularly well at the moment, the Thunder. All of a sudden, the balls are going in the gaps now for the Heat. Like they're getting bad on that, but he steered it nicely.
Oh, great shot.
From Hazlitt, he just waited and waited.
Beautiful shot. You've missed some great cricket commentary. Is actually about all I've done, mate. But unlike you, I actually spend most of my time painting instead of gibbering and changing camera angles so people can see how cool your setup is. Which it is fucking cool, by the way.
Get on with it. That was words. Those were the words. And he's done that. He's been prepared to take some risks, but it's been pretty controlled, hasn't it? A couple of short balls to the spinner that he just latched onto, and that gave him the kickstart.
Yeah, they've served up some rubbish, to be honest, the Thunder. Hasn't been good enough to pounce on, Hazlitt.
39 from his last 13 balls. Striking 300 for the last 13. He's got him in the box seat now.
Come on, Sammy. Go again, son. Oh, unlucky.
Frightfully unlucky. That's mid on and mid off arm.
Should have been full.
Well fielded, but on stump. Push that, didn't he?
What am I going to make you nervous for, mate? I'm dog shit. The only thing I got going for me is I'm quick.
The umpire. Like the bloke Jim Carrey in The Mask trying to dodge the bullet. The legs out.
Oh, get there. Oh, go, Sammy. Ooh, I'm nervous. Oh,
13 from the over. A good one to start the surge to the heat. 3 for 124.
Yeah, well, average 18 in the surge, so that's a decent enough start. They'll happily take another one of those, 13 or even 10, I guess, at 8.7. They'd like to do a bit more damage when they want the big over, really. So a much more comfortable pattern just to close the game out.
Well, that last ball could easily have gone for 4. Straight to the man. All of a sudden, the teal worm has just popped his head up above the thunder one. Who's to bowl the last 4 overs for the Thunder? That's the question. We've got Adam Milne, Cunning maybe. Obviously Sam's, they could go to him again. I don't know if they go to Brendan Doggett. It might be Milne and Cunning.
So Milne's bowled 7 in the power surge. 3 for 69, so he just goes at just under 10. 9.9. He's deep man, so he's got one on each side of the wicket.
oh, get there. Oh, the heater looking good.
Of the Thunder dugout.
Sammy Hazlitt is absolutely launching them.
Drive, one of the best all night. Decent hit out there, but wasn't far off hitting the mark. That Yorker Adam Milne was just a little bit short of it. Pace off it as well. Plenty of pace off the bat. That's lovely batting from Pearson.
Moves early, goes so deep in the crease, and then that turns this into the perfect length to get under it. Look how deep he is there. He's on the batting crease.
Yeah, and to get that square, hard to get the bat ankle and swing plane exactly right, but got it right okay.
He's playing the jam here too, 23 of 13.
I need to get some new emotes. I also need to figure out what they actually are.
Plan, you need to reassess and readjust.
That's confusing me, that handwork. That's right, you want to go left or right?
Want to be on the signals at the airport? What happened to Big Jumbo coming in?
Up to 12 overs.
Tennis bats.
Up to 12 overs when Mars got run out. They were 3 for 70, hitting 89 off 8 at 11.12. Quad rate is back to 7.57 now.
cracking shot, Sammy. Jimmy. Fucking legends.
Well, they can't hit the pitch at the moment with Thunder. They're just serving up little tosses left, right, and centre. It's very close to a free hit, that. Oh, just a no ball. That was a no ball, wasn't it? Oh, Beasley. Third umpire couldn't jump in there. Obviously they can't.
Yeah, we're getting some interesting tones in there now. I'm obviously trying to add some fur texture, so that'll be toned down when I do some more airbrushing, but still be present. Come on, Sammy. See ya, Celery. Thanks for popping in, mate.
Three for 138, 3 to go. 27 into surge. Just 21 required with wickets in hand.
Callum Ferguson Jr. is right under pressure here. He's got to pull out a rabbit right out of the hat. What happens to him, do you reckon? If it go their way, as we just check the power surge highlights, thanks to Natronics. Sam was given the task. Absolutely got busy. Everything they tried, short, they went full. Yorker, they just lost the ability to bowl the Yorker and landed with any certainty.
Alright, we are coming up on the end of the stream now because the cricket's almost ending.
They've put away.
That's a beautiful shot by Jimmy Pearson over square leg for 6. There was some loose bowling, some very aggressive and sharp batting from the Heat.
Sands again.
Oh, that's a brave move.
Did a decent job up until that one power surge over. They went for 13, so his first couple he was 10 off.
Oh, straight through him. Jesus.
Good start, landed that one.
Jeez Louise.
I think if I was batting against Sam's, I'd be banking on that ball. Just about every ball.
Whew.
Just see what Pearson does here. You can see Hasler's still really trying to climb into it, get into the boundary, but I think they need a wicket just to open it up and pressure of runs on the board in a final knockout situation.
And they can set the finish line. They want to get there as quick as they can. They want to try and win with a little bit in hand, just to relieve the pressure. A couple of boundaries. I think Jimmy Pearce is. I think he's going to be looking over the boundary on the leg side. Just where he's looking now. That's where he wants to go.
Oh, shot, Jimmy.
Wow, that's well timed, isn't it? He was looking to go leg side, but Sam's threw really wide, off pace delivery. Pearson's in some blind touch, 33 from 17, found the gap beautifully.
Alright friends, appreciate all of you joining me tonight. We'll keep going with this Dragon tomorrow night actually. I'm streaming again tomorrow night, so if you want to join me then, you're welcome to. Here we go. And here's the little dude riding on top of it. Should be pretty cool. Yeah, I like how it's going so far. Awesome. Alright friends, hope you all have a great day whatever you do, or a great night. If you live in Australia like me, I need to watch my team hopefully win the cricket. See you all. Thank you friends.